Hi, everybody. So I'm here to share a little bit about the startup weekend that took place. But before I begin, let's just get started with a little video that really captures the event.
My name's Rob Gilmore, if you don't know me. And it was just really a passion project where we said, well, let's get a couple of entrepreneurs in the room and let's try and engage the community and try and stimulate it a bit. And really, because the more entrepreneurs we have out there, the better it is for everyone. And then we brought Permjot in.
So just a quick elocution lesson. Love hearing the word Twitter, the way South Africans say Twitter. And I'm not here to make friends. You will realise by the end of this, I am not here to make friends.
Impact projects?
You can't hear the word platform enough. You can imagine. Okay, I'll stop you there. Never ever during your... There's a big elephant in the room, and that elephant for me is PayPal. Tell me what you do. What is the problem you solve? Why should I trust you with my money?
So the most important thing for startups to do is focus on the value.
Intelligence shared.
Take a risk and don't be afraid to fail.
Make sure you know your customer.
It's about your heart, not your wallet.
Focus.
Think bigger.
Compared to last year, there's a lot more community engagement, there's a lot more mentors, which makes it very exciting.
The weekend's been very intensive, but also very helpful, I think.
It's been so exciting. I'm not sure.
I found the mentorship sessions, the one-on-one sessions, incredibly useful.
Yeah.
Every single one of them I walked away and saying, that's 20 minutes or half an hour, that it's worth a full day. You know, like
Totally.
I've got
We're generating 3 to 5 new opportunities a week, and these are all inbound. We don't spend a single dollar on marketing.
I actually thought that was the best presentation yet.
What if these entrepreneurs could then discreetly share their needs as an entrepreneur and link with mentors from the community?
I'm good.
Set and go.
Let's get the show on the road.
Great presentation, Ed.
Thanks.
Thank you. Excellent face for your company.
There needs to be some validation in terms of actually getting a customer, a corporate customer, to be willing to pay $3.5 million. So, how much?
So you need pretty big money to capitalize, probably bigger than angel money. So I think on that basis, give us some money for marketing and see what happens. You know,
I'll do 100K for 25%.
I think it's rad. I'd like to see it. I'd like to see it try. So I'll toss 50 grand into the pot. See if anybody else can do it. Come on, guys.
So we've got another 50 from Mark Frick up here.
So we'll put in 200,000 between myself and Wayne. We're up to 200,000. We're opening it up to the other angels here tonight.
I'll stack 50 on top of that.
Wow, awesome.
Tell me what you do. What is the problem you solve? Why should I trust you with my money? I'll put in 50 as well but I'll do it at whatever the valuation agreed is.
I just want to say thank you to everyone that has been involved with this. This has been an incredible weekend for all of us, I think. We've learned an immense amount. I've been an entrepreneur for many years and you guys have taught me lessons that I wouldn't have thought about. So thank you for facilitating and to everyone that's been involved from
Right, so it's pretty exciting stuff. And as someone who represents Saratoga, we're very proud and really excited about being involved in this event. And we're also really passionate about the local startup community. And it's really starting to get critical mass now and really grow at a rapid pace. And it's through initiatives like 88MPH and Silicon Cape that we're starting to see this community grow a lot more. And for me, Net Profit and the Startup Workshop are just another phenomenal example of how we're getting together to build this community. So many people know me as a guy who wears the silly t-shirts, or when I want to look intelligent, the periodic table of elements. So it's not surprising that when I think of entrepreneurship, I think of that famous 1940s character, Wile E. Coyote, and how he constantly was on this elusive journey to try and capture the Roadrunner using his Acme rocket skates, his Acme jetpack, and yet he failed spectacularly every single time, but dusted himself off, got up, and went back to his next Acme plan. And that, for me, captures the spirit of Cape Town entrepreneurs. So Net Profit started in around 2011, and for the last 4 years, we've had the Startup Workshop. And for me, what it represents is what Wile E. Coyote lacked, that kind of sage advice and that sage wisdom. And it's through people like Permjot Valia who've been involved from the beginning that I believe that sage advice gets shared with the different startups who are involved in the weekend. So Saratoga has been involved for 2 years, and this year we really wanted to take it to the next level. And it was through the kind of creative spark of people like Rob Gilmore from Net Profit, who said, let's make this something special. And we had this grand vision of the Dragon's Den, and thanks to all the tireless efforts from the people who work at Saratoga, from the people in Silicon Cape, I think we did something quite special this year. So how did it all begin? We started with 100 applications, and through a series of quite specific criteria, we narrowed that down to 12. And those 12 intrepid entrepreneurs, try saying that 3 times quickly, got together on Friday at the GSB Solutions Space, which is a really amazing space. If any of you get a chance, I recommend you go and have a look at it. And what then transpired was 32 hours of just absolute mentorship, inundated craziness, information overload, and with the purpose for the startups to get some sage advice around how to improve their business models, how to potentially be successful or kind of grow, how to scale, but also how to prepare themselves for the culmination of the weekend, which was a pitch to a series of judges. And of the 12 startups that pitched, I was lucky enough to be sitting in the audience, and I was blown away when the weekend started and I looked at the quality of the pitches to the Sunday evening. I was absolutely blown away, and so were the judges. And that's why instead of 6 of the startups going through, they deliberated for a very long time, for over half an hour, and eventually they made the decision that 7 were going through. So that took us to Monday night, the Dragon's Den event. And throughout that process, I would actually like to just thank the mentors who helped to make those pitches really successful. So we had people from the community, so people like, and thought leaders from Flow Interactive, Heavy Chef, the Lean Startup Machine, Microsoft, Ogilvy, PwC, TreeShake, Ustart, and also from Saratoga itself. And on the Monday night, we had 7 companies that made it through. So they were Weevolution, Peach Payments, Shopstar, Ikaya, Happiness Is, Wowzit, and 8-Bit. So on the Monday night, these startups, along with 200 of Cape Town's business owners, entrepreneurs, and just generally really cool people, descended on the 22/7 Vintage Theatre. And in attendance were 5 angels, Justin Stanford, Daniel Gasco, Wayne Gosling, Andy Higgins, and Mark Slingsby, that Venture Burn referred to as Cape Town's investment royalty. So thank you very much, Your Majesties. Whereas Justin Melville referred to them collectively as Sparkles. So it was a really fun event. The audience participated, the angel investors participated, there was lots of heckling, lots of boos and wolf whistles, and it was a really fun event. And what it essentially culminated in was 950,000 rand being raised as potential angel investment funds for these startups. So it brings me back to that story of the Roadrunner, who after 40 years of elusively trying to capture the Roadrunner, eventually in the one famous episode, he had just had enough. He stopped dead in his tracks, he looked at the screen, and he put up a sign saying, "Okay, wise guys, you always wanted me to catch him, now what do I do?" And I believe that's what the Net Profit Spark Up is. So next year, we want to grow it. We want to get bigger and better. And this is my call to action for you guys. Is to, if you see startups in the community, if you're working with guys who are trying to create something special to help us grow the Cape Town startup community, we want to be able to bring on more entrepreneurs and startups next year, help to make the community more successful, and grow exponentially. But none of this could have been possible without our sponsors. So I'd like to say a personal thank you to Net Profit and the RAMP Foundation for making this event possible and giving us the creative spark. For all the people at Saratoga who worked tirelessly and took of their own personal time, and for the great guys at Silicon Cape who helped us take the event from where it was to the next level, to be an event that, in my opinion, rivals the Dragon's Den or the Shark Tank. And there were many other sponsors, too many and too numerous to mention, but they're up on the screen behind me. But there's one person I particularly want to thank, that sage advisor, the guy who I believe, if he had given Wile E. Coyote his time, he would have captured the Roadrunner. His name is Permjot Valia. Permjot, can you come on the stage? Permjot, everybody. Okay. All right, so for those of you who know Permjot, other than being a really awesome guy, when he isn't wearing his kind of business monkey suit, he is seen wandering around with this very big maroon hoodie, which has the words Canada broadcast across it. And when he came to the airport in Cape Town International this year, he was wearing his hoodie, and he's often seen in it. So we thought, how can we thank him? So it's all very well, he represents Canada when he comes to Cape Town. So two of the people who worked tirelessly on this event, Joe, Tracy, can you guys come on the stage? We've got him a little gift. So next time Permjot goes to Canada to run his Canada mentor camps, he'll proudly display Cape Town.
Arrive in Winnipeg.
Thank you.
Okay. No, you'd have to take a photo. Joe? Okay, Permjot, so I don't know if you want to just maybe share some of that sage wisdom and advice.
This is, I've been coming to Cape Town now for 4 years, and only managed to get to Table Mountain yesterday, which is to my shame. And for the first time, I'm speechless. Thank you. I just cannot believe the warmth, the affection, and the respect that you've shown me. And I mean it. It's very, very humbling. So thank you for giving me the opportunity to serve. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, and what many of you don't know. Okay. So before we go, what many of you don't know is there is this guy who's larger than life. His name is Richard Mulholland. And Permjot was absolutely desperate to get onto the stage this year. So tell us why.
Richard, I've now done it I've been on the stage 4 times in a row, back to back, and Richard did tell me in the second year that I will never beat him. He's only done it 3, I've done it 4. I know it's childish, I know it's petty, but anybody who knows me knows how competitive I am. So Richard, here's to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.